Good day, everyone. This video is particularly for my fellow Nigerians. Today, I want to talk about commitment to excellence. That is, I want us to look at how excellent we are in the things we're doing as a key towards our growth and development. I'm going to read out a quote by Aristotle. Commitment to excellence. He says, "Excellency is an art won by training and habituation. We do not act rightly because we have virtue or excellence, but we rather have those because we have acted rightly. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellency then is not an act, but a habit." Now, what this means is that excellence is a way of life. We achieve excellence by doing something repeatedly. Then that thing becomes a way of life, and we achieve the results that are in sync with that excellence or with that thing we're doing repeatedly. Let's take, for instance, if you're a student and you repeatedly read your book, now the result is that you will be successful during exam. But if you're a student and you don't repeatedly read your book, maybe 1 week to exam, you want to burn the overnight candle, drink coffee, stay awake, read your book from night till morning, chances are you will still not perform very well in that exam. Now, I want to ask us the big question. What is our habit? I'm talking at the personal level. What is our habit? I'm talking of you, yes, listening to this. Now, what is your habit? Are you part of those Nigerians who do things carelessly? Because some of us celebrate a culture of carelessness, inconsistency. We do things anyhow. We don't bloody care. We want to just act like nothing concerns us. Are you part of those people who consistently is negligent about the things you're supposed to do? When you go to work, are you the kind of staff that is contributing towards the advancement or growth of that company? Or are you part of the staff that they are looking for how to sack? In your neighborhood where you live, what is your habit? Are you habitually excellent in the things you do? Or you're a habitual troublemaker? Or your habit is you are known for vices, all the vices in the market. You are known for it. Are you a young man, you desire to own a big company, but you have a habit of going to bet shops? You want to hammer through betting? Or do you have the habit of sleeping with any itchy leg you see? You insert RPG. Are you a young girl? You desire success. You desire a man to love you, yet you're hopping from one bed to another in the name of hookup. You can't sit down to love a man, but you want love. Are you a business person? What habit do you have? Are you cheating people? When someone comes to buy something, you have a method to identify that this guy is a mugu, so you cheat him. As a person who hopes to make so much money from business or from work do you have the integrity? Do you have financial integrity that someone can count on you with respect to money and say, I know this guy is not influenced by money? Do you have that integrity? Do you have it as a habit? Today we see a lot of things happening both in the political class and in other sectors of our society that we don't like. But the big question is, are we different? We just experienced an election, and the result is unnerving everybody. And we're calling names. But how different are we? If there was a mago there, are we different? What is your habit? In the past, we used to say taxi drivers are bad manners. They have ill manners. They don't know how to talk. That was until Keke came out. Right now, even in Port Harcourt, there is no one way again. Because Keke is anywhere you see, put head. Anywhere you see, put head. So there is no road today. There is no road in Port Harcourt that is a one way. Anywhere you see, put head, drive the go. Even the police is tired. Most times they don't catch people again for one way. Because Keke has converted everywhere to road. People can be driving in the opposite direction, put head and drive in the opposite direction. Everybody will avoid you. What is the culture we have? What do we celebrate? Is it the culture of excellence or the culture of anyhow? Or the culture of mediocrity? Or the culture of greed? We complain politicians are looting the country dry. But if you're a common person from the streets today is maybe a politician or is given a political office, and at the end of the term, at the end of his 4 years or 8 years or however, he did not steal money. He lived on his salary. And after his term, he goes to buy a little house or build a little house, has a little normal car, maybe a Camry or something, buys another small car for his wife, and they're living quietly. His neighborhood, his people, his village people, everybody will curse him. God punish him. He's a useless man. He will never be successful again. This is the same society that says politicians are bad. But somebody went there and acted good and you did not celebrate him. Rather, you are abusing him. That is because you have the impression that when you get into office, loot everything you can. Whether it's political office, whether it's leadership office, whether it's in your company, whether it's in your church, in your religious system, in your mosque, in wherever, your temple, your ashram. We have this culture that loots. So my big question is, what habit do you exercise consistency in? Because these are the keys that will lead to our growth. If we have a bad attitude, if we have a bad character, if we have a bad method of doing things, no amount of prayer will ever help us. No amount of prayer will ever help us. Why? Because even God works according to principles. God is not a careless or reckless being. He works by laws, principles that guide us. Everything has principles. Success has its own principles. Even a place as disorganized as a market has principles. It has laws. And once you're in that market, you must abide by those laws. There are certain laws that in the market, if you don't abide by it, nobody may talk to you, but everybody will avoid you. I'll give you a simple illustration. Walk into a market and start urinating everywhere. Or start pooing in the market. It depends on the location where you're doing this. In some places you do this, they will lynch you instantly. But in some places, people will just look at you and think something is wrong with this man. Maybe he's a madman or something. So there are rules. So success has its own rules. And Nigeria has rules. Leadership has rules. And until we apply these rules, nothing will work. If we still celebrate, if we still have this habit of celebrating mediocrity, habit of doing things anyhow, habit of laxity, habit of condemning, complaining, blaming, and we're hoping that the nation will grow, my dear, we're not going anywhere. So for us to build our nation, we have to build consistency in the sound leadership habits, the sound leadership principles, the sound moral values that will take us to the promised land that we desire. I believe in Nigeria. If you believe in Nigeria, work on yourself and develop the habit of excellence. Thanks for listening. Good day, everyone. This video is particularly for my fellow Nigerians. Today, I want to talk about commitment to excellence. That is, I want us to look at how excellent we are in the things we're doing as a key towards our growth and development.